News time is here, and today's a little different. Well, not for me, but for Giants. Their website went down this morning. We've also got another new mod announcement from the Roughneck modding crew, and we got another look at BB Mod's mobile PTO. If you like videos like this, make sure you're subscribed. Let's check it out. We'll start off like we do most Fridays with a little bit of SteamDB and all the DLC information that we get to see for Farm Sim 25. This screen usually gives us a good indication of when we can expect to see DLC updates and things like that. Currently, the JCB World's Fastest Tractor DLC was updated about 4 days ago. Same thing with the Highlands Fishing expansion. And actually, the Year 2 Season Pass got updated 2 days ago, but don't worry too much about that. Everything else is showing updates of almost 2 weeks ago, if not more. And you could pretty much ignore the Year 1 Season Pass and Macedon at the bottom. The next time we get a big update to the game, whether it be new DLC or maybe a new patch, I am expecting to see updates to the World's Fastest Tractor, maybe Straw Harvest as well, but definitely Highlands Fishing expansion and Plains and Prairies. As always, if you're having any issues with any of these things or anything else, make sure you fill out a ticket with Farm Sim support. Link to that is down in the description. Next up, we got a new blog today called State of the ModHub, 4,500 mods for FS25. Over the past year, more than 4,500 mods have been released on FS25, and 90% of them are crossplay, which is very cool. When you compare this with FS22, and we had over 7,000 mods released there in 3 years, well, you can kind of see where we're going here. I think we're looking at 12,000 mods in FS25's lifespan. We also got a statement from Marcel with the ModHub team. You've probably heard me mention his name quite a few times, and if you're in the Farming Simulator Discord, he's the one that lets you know if mods are going to come out or not. He said, "We are grateful for the continued trust of the modding community and are thrilled to see that almost 90% of mods are now available on all platforms. Mods play a central role in keeping games interesting in the long run, and at the same time, modding motivates many to become creative at an early age, develop technical skills, and perhaps even take the first steps towards developing their own games. And there are many instances of all of those things." I also found it extremely hilarious that about the moment they posted this blog, the Farming Simulator website went down. ModHub and the blog were both unavailable for, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. It wasn't very long, but it was still super funny that they released this and then everything broke. Fortunately, they got it back up and running pretty quickly. Real quick, just want to let you guys know there are no mods set to be released today. Word on the street is no mods. What that means for custom modding's disc, I have no idea. I definitely picked the right day to wear a Fenton shirt, that's for sure. Of course, things could change minute by minute throughout the rest of the day, so keep an eye out. I'll let you guys know what's going on. Now let's make our way over to modern news. We're going to start with the Roughneck modding crew and the announcement of a new mod and something very different for Farm Sim news. I'm in the game and I've actually got their new mod in the game. It's called the Gooseneck Forestry, and as you can see, we have a lot of options to choose from here. This is for logging at the end of the day. You got a headache rack in there, we got some fenders, we've got bolsters, so you can choose whether you would want just the front or the back. It does have ramps on here as well, so you can drive up vehicles on there, which is why you maybe want stuff on the front, but not one on the back. Speaking of those ramps, you can remove them if you would like, and we've even got their full strobe light kit on the front, which is very cool. Plus, we have colors for the, main color itself, the bolsters, headache rack, and rims. Here's what she looks like in the game. It's very cool to actually be able to show you guys these things in Farm Sim News rather than like having to do it all with screenshots. It's pretty cool. So we got straps all the way. We got a couple in the front, a couple in the back. There you go. There are your blinky blinkies. Always good to see the blinky blinkies. And I appreciate the Roughneck modding crew for sending these over so I could show you. We haven't seen this mod. This is brand new. So cool to show this off in game and in Farm Sim News all at the same time. Thanks, guys. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else in the game today, but we do get to see an update to BB Mod's mobile PTO. He says that the model is finally finished and he's hoping to get it in-gamed over the weekend. If you're unfamiliar with what a mobile PTO is, think of this as a tractor. However, it doesn't have wheels, it doesn't have a steering wheel, it doesn't have any of the stuff inside, but it does have a hitch and it does have a PTO, so you are able to power things in a stationary fashion. Makes it really nice, especially for that stationary Gravon baler that we've got in the game. It's also super handy when you've got the Straw Harvest mod, when you're using the mobile pelletizer. Oh yeah, when you're using that, hey, you can pump this thing up, you're good to go. Yeah, there is still plenty of work to do still. He needs to get the model in game, finish sorting out the XMLs, which he's started to do already. Decals and warning labels need to be put on, and he needs to do textures with dirt and wear. Hopefully I can bug him enough to send it over and show you guys ahead of its release, but we'll have to wait and see. Next, I want to talk about somebody we don't speak about very much in Farm Sim News because they are normally pretty quiet. It's Creative Mesh. Here we got a little teaser of a Jacoby Eurotrack 2000 sprayer on the back of the Unimog that came with the MB Trucks pack. Now, this actually isn't going to be the first sprayer that we've got because we also have some stuff from BB Mods that was released back in October, I believe it was, at the end of October. However, that was a tank that sprayed out the back of it. This has true sprayer arms attached to it, which is very cool. And of course, we get a little bit of a teaser with that Helm liquid fertilizer tanker right front and center. Creative Mesh haven't shared anything on their page about this. They only posted on their story, and it's going to be gone here soon after 24 hours. So if you want to check it out, make sure you go over and see that. Of course, it's, well, forever here at Farm Sim News, so there's that as well. Either way, very cool. What are some other attachments that you guys would like to see, or do you even care at all? Hey, let me know. Moving on, Adub Modding's curious which mod you would like to see next. We have two different options. The first one is the John Deere RC14R rotary cutter. The second option is the Frontier RC20 series rotary cutter. They say it's aka the RC2048. Both mods will be coming to the game eventually. Just curious which one you want to see first? Hey, you can let them know. Link down below. Next, we get to see some branding on the toolboxes that Icus has made. Do keep in mind that any branding you see right now other than Lizard will only be available on his Patreon. They will be free, so you can go there and just click download, kind of like you could do on people's itch pages, but on Patreon. He's also said that the first versions that are released on the ModHub will not have any branding whatsoever, or it'll have some Lizard branding on it, at least for crossplay. However, in the future, he would like to add things like John Deere, maybe Case IH, maybe some other brands like that. Would be very cool to see those on these toolboxes. Are there any other brands that you would like to see? Maybe some tractor brands, maybe some other tool brands? Of course, the like Mac Tools here, Snap-on, stuff like that. Those will be available for PC players to use. Otherwise, the toolboxes will function identical to the crossplay version, just with a logo. That's it. Now we get into maps, and we get to hear from Oxygen David on his Witcombe Park farm map. He says, this is your January development update. This month's work in January is focused on expanding gameplay depth across the entire map. Witcombe Park isn't just looking better, it's also playing better too. We have 14 new crops that have been added to the game, 10 of which are from Fowls Agrar Multi Prefab Pack. Hopefully I said that all right. We got rye triticale spelt grain maize, green rye, vetch rye, field grass, silage maize, hummus active, and mustard. And custom crops on the map include alfalfa, linseed, and poppy. Also, onions will be available if you have the Highlands Fishing DLC. We haven't seen a lot of productions on Oxygen David's maps. However, we will be getting 5 new UK-specific productions on this map, including a dairy, an oil plant, potato processing, a bakery, and carpentry. There's also new craftable products. We have strawberry jam, linseed oil, poppy seed oil, potato wedges. Ooh, I'd go for some potato wedges right now. Hash browns and donuts. And we've got some more broad things about the map. So we know it's going to have 100 farmlands, 60 fields from small, medium, and large. So something for everybody. 4 main farms, as well as 4 smaller farms. So that's 8 farms total on the map. And all farm buildings and placeables can be removed. You can also remove junk piles like we've been able to with his previous maps. And 30 highly detailed UK unique placeable buildings. There's also a new NPC, Oxy. Very interesting. Hopefully he's not creepy. We've also got some new traffic with tractors, motorbikes, and articulated trucks, and many buildings with full interiors. Of course, there's also a train on the map as well. Oxygen David says the Witcombe Park farm is still on track to be completed next month in February, after which it will move into internal testing, and then I'm assuming after that, hopefully, I'll be able to show it to you guys. And lastly, today, we got a little teaser from Samuel Bautista Modding saying, get ready, Campos Gaúchos is coming. We get a nice aerial photo. We do know that this will be a South American map. I think it's going to be his first one, actually. Everything else that he's done, I believe, is North American, which is pretty cool. And at the end of his video, we are told to stay tuned. And you should stay tuned for more Farm Sim news next week. If there's anything more you'd like to see, maybe about the mods, modders, or anything else we talked about today, links to everything and everybody can be found in the description. Remember, there's no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out the Farm Sim news playlist for all the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And there you go. That is everything I've got for you for this week as far as Farm Sim news goes. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications, that way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day, have a great weekend, and we will see you later. Peace. Feel like an idiot sitting here wearing headphones on Farm Sim News. Oh yeah, the news? Oh, that's it. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, that was news again. Oh, look at that. I can hear the news. I can hear my voice. Oh, so many voices. Ah! I need new headphones.